I'm about to show you the fastest, easiest, most affordable way to make a spare key and fob for your Chevy vehicle right at home. We're gonna do this on the Chevy Silverado. At tomskey.com, we've got solutions for thousands and thousands of different vehicles so you can skip the expense and cost of the rip-off car dealership prices. The programming shown on this Chevy Silverado is the same process for all these vehicles, including the GMC Sierra, the Chevy Suburban, Tahoe, Colorado, and more. Let's jump in and get started. To make a spare key, you've got to have one working key that starts the engine. This one I've got a tile key finder on here. Pair it with your smartphone so you can always find your vehicle. Pick that up on our website. It does not matter if you have an existing remote. You'll be able to make a new remote as long as your vehicle was equipped with a remote when it was manufactured at the factory. Here's the new key we'll program, cut with our key by photo key cutting service. More on that at the end of the video. With blue tag, and here's the new remote. Now, the remote that came with this vehicle does not have remote start function. That'll be okay. That'll just mean the remote start just won't work. The other buttons will. However, if somehow the vehicle was manufactured with remote start originally, it would actually make remote start come back, since this one does not have remote start button on it. So that could be a nice little bonus because chances are this vehicle was not manufactured with remote start feature. So to get started, we're gonna take our programmer, and there's some instructions under this QR code. We'll get our app installed, fire up the app, and we're going to enter our key pairing. It tells us to scan the QR code, the one with the serial number right here. Let's go ahead and get that scanned. Come on, there we go. Okay, it tells us we need a solid internet connection. Make sure we've got all the keys, our existing and our new ones, our tool, and a caution. The aftermarket parts, like if you've added remote start or an aftermarket alarm, that sort of thing, that can cause problems and it's not recommended to use this. So we'll come in and find our vehicle. We've got a Chevy Silverado and it's a 2018 right there. Next. Okay, what is it? A blade key or a blade key with remote? Well, we're doing a remote as well, so we'll try that one. Well, this thing's warming up. A few warnings. Make sure your HVAC is turned off. Turn the radio off. Don't have the headlights on. Anything that's drawing vehicle battery. We just don't want to run the risk of the vehicle battery dying in the middle of programming. That'll cause you a lot more problems. Okay, first step, we need to plug the programming tool into the OBD port. Just come down here near the gas and brake pedal, look around, you should be able to find it, and plug it in. To make your life a little bit easier, I recommend picking up this optional extension cable. With the extension cable, we'll be able to see what's happening on the programmer. Okay, it's plugged in, we've got a green light here. We need to get it paired via Bluetooth. Okay, we're looking for other devices. Here we go. Let's get this thing paired. All right, we need to allow it to connect. Perfect. Okay, we got a blue light here and the green check mark. Okay, I'm gonna take my original working key, put it in, 2 clicks to the on or run position, but I am not starting the engine. Okay, it's loading, 100%, communicating with the vehicle. Start the vehicle. Okay, so fired up the engine with my original working key. Engine's now running. Checking vehicle status. Turn off the ignition. Okay. Turn on the ignition. Okay. Prepare all keys you need to pair before starting. During the remote pairing process, all remote controls will be erased. So that's an important note on this one. It's going to erase our existing remote, so we'll repair the existing remote. Prepare all the keys we need to pair. So we've got our 1 new key and 1 new remote. Okay, here we go. Let's start. Keep the ignition on. Communicating, reading the pin, please wait. All right, I'm getting some beeping on the dashboard. That's perfectly normal. Just saw that guy turn on. Continue to read the pin. I'm seeing a theft deterrent system warning. That's a good sign because that's what we're working on. We continue to please wait while we read the pin. Flashing on my blue light here with the programmer talking to the vehicle. All right, switch the ignition off and remove the key. Okay, follow the instructions in the app. The app may improve or do something a little different from what you see in this video, so do your best to follow it. Close all doors and switch the ignition on. Okay, it doesn't specify whether it's the new or the existing key, so I'm going to take the new key and use it to switch the ignition on. On the dashboard, I do see the security light turned on there. All doors are closed, ignition's turned on, communicating. All right, configuring the system. This takes 12 minutes. Please wait. All right, well, we've got a 12-minute wait. We're getting close to the end. We're to 82%. Sometimes it'll end a little bit early. So there we go. Look at that. I notice the theft deterrent light has gone off now. Programmer's communicating with the vehicle. I see it blinking a little bit over here. Configuring the system. Takes 5 seconds. Please wait. Okay, that was quick. Turn the ignition off. Pulled my key out. Let's see what's next. It's important you pay attention to the timing. You don't want to wait too long and miss the end of a countdown. Otherwise you'll have to start over and might cause some minor problems. Okay, open the driver's door. Make sure all electrical appliances are off. Turn angle on that. Okay. We got the door open now. No key in the ignition. Close the driver's door. Okay. Please insert the new key and turn the ignition to the on position. Don't start the engine. Put the new key into the ignition. 1-2 clicks to the on or run position. Configuring the system takes 5 seconds. Switch the ignition off and remove the key. Now I do see up there, security light is on. Okay, I've just pulled the key out. Okay, let's wait a minute. Open the driver's door. Okay, driver's door is open. And close the driver's door. Okay, configuring the system. This takes 45 seconds. Okay, please wait. Okay, switch the ignition on. Put the new key into the ignition and turn it 2 clicks to the on or run position. I did not start the engine. Communicating. Whenever the app says to switch on or off, don't start the engine unless it says specifically to start the engine. Switch the ignition off, pull out the key. Should be getting close to being finished now. Programmer light blinking a little bit over here. Okay, we got our new key. 1-2 clicks to the on or run position. Not starting the engine. Key pairing complete. Woohoo! Look at that. Keys programmed 3. Let's click OK. All right. We're done. So, moment of truth. Our newly programmed key should start the engine. Let's give it a shot. Boom! Look at that. Let's get this programmer out of the way. We've got a spare key. And of course, you want your original key. It should still work. So let's fire up the engine. It continues to work. Perfect. Can you believe how easy that was to program a spare key? Next, we got to get our new remote programmed. In the box for programming the remote comes this programming tool. Unfortunately, the one we use to program the key does not work for programming the remotes. So we need to check the table. It tells us we need to turn the dial to the number 2 position right there for this particular vehicle, this 2018 Silverado. You want to read through the instructions, watch this video before you start programming, and then do your best to follow the instructions carefully. So you need to have the vehicle in park with the engine off and all doors closed. To make things a little bit easier, I'm going to take this newly programmed key off the key ring so I can have my remote separate. And it's important to know it's going to erase your existing remote, so we're going to need to reprogram it as well as program the new one. So I'm going to take my key, put it in ignition, turn it 2 clicks, 1-2, to the on or run position. Don't start the engine. Instructions say to remove the security label, but a lot of times the security label isn't being installed anymore at the factory, so don't worry about not having a security label. Then we're going to plug it in. Remember this extension cable? Makes your life a little bit easier. Now is one of those times. Plug in our programmer. Should beep. It lets us know it's powered up. When it plays a tune, that lets us know it's time for us to take action. Push. There. We heard the tune. And on this vehicle, notice it says remote key learning active. You won't necessarily hear that on all vehicles, but many GMs you'll hear a beep and you'll see something about it. So we need to take our new remote. We're going to press and hold lock and unlock for about 5 seconds on the new remote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We heard a beep. This one's programmed. Now we got to take all our existing ones, or other remotes to be programmed, so we need to reprogram this original one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we heard a beep. And with that, both these remotes should be programmed because we don't have any others for this vehicle. And that's it. Our remotes are done. So we're going to turn the engine off, unplug the programming tool, and then we need to test the remotes. Now, the instructions do caution that sometimes on some vehicles you'll need to start the engine and open the door and things like that before the remotes will work. We'll do that if we need to, but let's try our remotes. Here's the existing one. Boom, it works. Here's the new one. Boom, look at that. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning, I doubt it's going to work on this vehicle, but I have seen on some Chevy Silverados where the owner did not have a fob with remote start, but the vehicle is manufactured with it. We just had to make one with it. So let's see if this works. Yeah, not hearing anything. Not really surprised by that, but that is a pleasant surprise if you get remote start in the process. Okay, there we go, we're done. When you place your order, be sure to add our optional key by photo key cutting service. It's super easy. After you place your order, you're gonna snap 3 photos of your car key. Place it on a nice flat surface and get your phone directly above it. Go ahead and turn the key to get your 3 different photos, and then you'll upload those photos to our website. With the magic of our key by photo key cutting technology, we will cut your new key so it arrives already fitting your vehicle. It is absolutely amazing and provides you with the complete do-it-yourself solution so you can make a spare key and remote fob without leaving home, and especially without getting ripped off at the car dealership. Can you believe how easy that was? With the help of Tom's Key Company, we've got a spare key and it took less than 15 minutes. If you run into problems, no worries. We've got great customer support to help solve all your problems. And if you still can't get your keys working, no worries. We've got a full money back guarantee. So you've got nothing to lose. Come to tomski.com and place your order today. You will not get ripped off by the car dealership because you can make a spare key and fob without leaving home with the help of tomski.com.